Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing an in-depth tutorial on how I would normally do my makeup every day. Obviously I don't. If you know me and see me, you know I don't do my makeup every day, but when I do, this is what I would normally do. So just go ahead and keep watching. Okay guys, so today we're gonna start off with our eyebrows, and for my eyebrows, recently I've been just using a shade from the James Charles Morphe palette, which is right behind me. So I like to use a combination of these two shades in the top right corners, and I use that on a Chic brow and liner brush. Just like to take a lot of the dark shade and then just a tap of the lighter. I just like to pinch my brush to really make sure I can get that sharp line. And then I'm going to grab a spoolie brush and just brush my eyebrows up, which are very messy right now, but I'm trying to let some areas grow in, so I'm not plucking them yet. Just brush my eyebrows up. Then I start at the end, and I like to find out where I want my shape to be. And I just kind of fill in the ends like so. Just like that. And then I'll brush it down. And I'll do the same thing to the top of my brow, using the same two shades. Pinch my brush again. Then I find where I want the top of my brow to be. And I overdraw my eyebrows a lot. Which is how I like mine. Like so, and then I start bringing up what's left on my brush to the front. I don't add any more product. Just drag it up like so. Feather it through my brow. Just kind of go through, make sure the edges are good. I like to push my hairs up at the end, so that way I have a bald patch right there, so it kind of covers it for me. And then I'm going to take just a darker shade and focus it right on the end of my brow, just to sharpen it up now that I have the shape that I like. Like so. That's all I do to my brows. I used to always clean them up with concealer, but I find that it just makes my face cakier right here, and my skin is really dry, so that's not good. So I'm going to go ahead and do my other brow off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back with both brows on, and now I'm going to move on to my base product, starting with my foundation. And today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Dew and Smooth in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. Now, I like this foundation because I have dry skin, but if you do not have dry skin, even if you just have normal skin, like it's not oily but it's just normal, you're probably not going to like it because it is kind of greasy. But I like to just go in with that all over my face. And I already prep and primed my face with my normal Cetaphil moisturizer and then my L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. I just like to go in with this all over my face. Which a little bit goes a long way because it is so moisturizing. A little bit more. Drag this on my neck. Even if it matches you, put foundation down your neck. I swear. because even if it matches you, you can still always see that line where your makeup stops and your skin begins, and you don't want that. Especially if you're going to be in harsh lighting all day, like at school. The lighting is literally so bad. Because it's a bright white light. Likes to keep us awake. Go on my forehead. Now on my forehead, I like to use a lot less product. Otherwise, it can start to look very cakey up here. Kind of go all over my forehead. Really blend everything out. I go in with my other side right in between my brows. Pick up some of this excess product because otherwise it can get pretty cakey in the hairs in there. And now I do have a lot of peach fuzz on my face, as you can see right here because of my harsh lighting again. And it does stick up a lot, but the one thing you can help to do that is once you're all done with your makeup is if you spray your face with any kind of setting spray and then pat it down with your sponge, it really helps to make your makeup look extra smooth, and it helps it last a lot longer. So I'm just going in and adding some more coverage where I need it. Alright, so there is my foundation all done. Looks nice and shiny, which will dry out in about 5 minutes because my face is like a sponge. But anyways, next I'm going to go in with my concealer. And today I'm going to be using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. And it's in the shade Fair. With this concealer, it's a very like thick, creamy concealer, which I have used this Tarte Shape Tape before, and it compares a lot to it. It's definitely a lot cheaper. So I just like to go under my eyes, and I bring it down the side of my nose. I just fill it out without adding any extra product, just kind of flare it out like that. Gonna do the same thing on the other side, like so. Okay, and then I like to go right on the center of my forehead, a little bit above my brows, down the bridge of my nose. And for this, I also don't pick up any extra product. My lip and the center of my chin. Chin highlight is honestly the best. Anybody who I've ever done makeup on, I do a chin highlight on them just because I always do, and ever since I've done it on them, they always do it now. It just really like brings your face together, and it looks really nice. I'm gonna use the bigger side, the bigger flat side of my Eco Tool sponge. Go right up underneath of my eyes. Get it nice and blended. Okay. Now before I set any of this down, I'm just gonna push it kind of like around the rest of my face, help make everything look even. So now before I set this down, I'm going to do a little bit of liquid contouring all over my face. And today, for that, I am going to be using my Burberry Sheer Concealer. It's just in a darker shade, and I really like this. Can't seem to find Walnut. That is a shade. I just click it up. Put some on my cheekbones. like so. Then I'll blend this out. I like to use the end of my sponge that I used for my foundation because it helps it really mesh together. And then I don't like to use this on my forehead. So now I'm going to pump up a little bit more. Get off that extra product. Make sure there's not a lot on the brush. I go down the sides of my nose like so. And put a little bit under my lip. Blend that out. Oh, that itch. And I like to use the very tip of the sponge. Go along the sides. Blend out my nose contour. Alright. So now that's all done. I'm ready to start setting my makeup, and I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Fair. Put a little bit in the lid. Now I like to use the smaller side of the sponge for this. Just pick up a decent amount of product on it. And then I'm going to blend out any creases with my fingers, including the eyelids. Go right underneath of my eyes with this. I just like to pat it in. Go on my eyelids, keep just patting it in. Now I'm going to move on to the other eye. Keep just pushing it in. Alright, now put a little bit right on the center of my forehead, where I do get a little oily sometimes. Tip on my nose. Basically everywhere I put that concealer, I'm going to just bring some powder down over top of that contour that I put down on the sides of my nose. Now we're all set. Alright guys, so now we are going to do a little bit more contouring and finish up the face. And I like to use the Marc Jacobs Marvelous Mousse foundation in the shade Cocoa. And I'll pick up a little bit on the edge of my sponge. Just like to pat that around the perimeter of my face. Just kind of warms it up. Pat some more. Just really slowly build it up. Like at first you notice I didn't pick up a whole lot of product. And then this one does blend okay over powder. Like I already put some powder on my face here. Whereas a lot of cream products don't. So now I'm just going to finish blending this out. Alright, so after that, this next step is completely unnecessary. But I'm going to take my contour powder brush and pick up some of the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and just set all of that cream that I just put down. Powder my forehead. Mind you, this is all of the contour that I will be using on my forehead. I don't normally put my full contour, and then I like to use this bronzer to blend out down my neck. Alright, and then I'm going to take just any angled brush will work. And I'm going to take my strobing and shadowing palette again. Take the shade on the left. Blend that out. Blend that out, and then I like to take a little bit on the top of the sides of my nose. Under and on my jawline, my non-existent jawline. Then I'm going to take my Physicians Formula Butter Collection palette, which is literally empty because I use this way too many times. Literally have the blush, and then one highlighter left. But I'm going to take the blush shade just on a flat top kabuki brush. I'm going to put it on the outsides of my cheeks pretty heavily. And then I'll blend it out and blend it forward. Like so. Alright, now before I go ahead and highlight, I am just going to spray my face down with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I love and swear by that product. And now, like I said earlier, I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to pat down this product right here where I have a lot of peach fuzz, and along the sides of my forehead. Like so. Now as you can see, it looks a lot more smooth. Now before all of this completely sets down, I'm just going to take a mixture of these two highlights by Milani. Pick it up, tap it off, and then go for it. I highly recommend Milani's highlights, they're gorgeous. But they do have a lot of pigment, so they are very powdery, and they get messy if you don't tap off your brush. Just gonna blend that out and then put on the tip of my nose, down the center of my nose, Cupid's bow, and then chin highlight, my favorite step. Alright, so now that we are highlighted to the gosh, we're going to go ahead and start the eyes. Alrighty guys, so today for the eyes, we are going to go in with my Anastasia Soft Glam palette. This palette is very well loved. This palette has been used and abused. And we're going to start off with a transition color. And we're going to be using the shade Orange Soda. Picking up that on a fluffy brush and put it all through the crease. Righty, and then we're going to pick up the shade Burnt Orange and just deepen up the crease a little bit. Ready? And then we're going to take it to shade Sienna and deepen up the outer crease. I'm not going to take it as far into the center. start putting that on the outer corner. Like so. And then I'm going to take the shade Rustic. Do the same thing. Just slowly start deepening it up. And then I'm going to take my IT Cosmetics brush, which doesn't have purple on it, it's stained. I'm going to take the shade Cypress Umber, tap it off, pack that right on the outer portion of my eye. Alrighty, then I'm just going to take my blending brush and blend it out. Then I'm going to take the shade Tempera, which is just the white shade, and put that on my lid. Alright, and then I'm going to take my smaller brush and go right underneath my eye, just with the leftover product. Smoke that out, and then go in with the shade Orange Soda. Tap off all the excess product, and then blend this out even more. Alright, there is one eye finished. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I am back. Both eyes are finished. I just went ahead and went in with my Maybelline New York The Rocket Volume Express. This mascara is amazing, as you can see. Now I'm just going to do my lips. I'm going to start off with just this little mini Tarte lipstick that I got in a birthday set, I think. And I just put this all over my lips. I do have my mirror right here, so that's what I'm looking at right now. Alright, so now that I got that, gonna go in with this lip gloss right over top of it. Just going with that Makeup Revolution lipstick in Game of Mystery Matte right on top. And then I'm just going to spritz my face one more time. And I am done with this makeup look. Here's the finished look. Alright guys, so I am back. Both eyes are finished. I just went ahead and went in with my Maybelline New York The Rocket Volume Express. This mascara is amazing, as you can see. Now I'm just going to do my lips. I'm going to start off with just this little mini Tarte lipstick that I got in a birthday set, I think. And I just put this all over my lips. I do have my mirror right here, so that's what I'm looking at right now. Alright, so now that I got that, gonna go in with this lip gloss right over top of it. Just going with that Makeup Revolution lipstick in Game of Mystery Matte right on top. And then I'm just going to spritz my face one more time. And I am done with this makeup look. Here's the finished look. Alright guys, thank you for watching today's video. So I did just release a song on SoundCloud. It's called Okay. Make sure you follow all my socials and turn on post notifications and subscribe, and everything will be in the drop box down below. Thank you.